Citi just made its boldest move yet in the premium travel credit card space. They've launched the Strata Elite, and it's already got people asking, is this finally Citi's answer to cards like the Amex Platinum and Chase Sapphire Reserve, or just another overpriced attempt to play in this whole luxury market? This isn't just another card launch. It's actually a signal that Citi is trying to step into a space they've never truly dominated before, the ultra premium traveler's wallet. And while the annual fee alone puts it in direct competition with some of the biggest names in the game, there's also a major change happening behind the scenes with how Citi points work that could completely reshape their rewards ecosystem. In this video, we're going to take a hard look at everything Citi is doing with the Strata Elite, why this launch matters, and whether this new direction actually makes sense for travelers like us, or if it's just a new shiny card that's not worth the hype. When you first hear that the Citi Strata Elite comes with a $595 annual fee, your gut reaction is probably, wow, that's expensive. And you're not wrong. This instantly puts the Strata Elite in the same league as some of the biggest names in premium travel cards, the Sapphire Reserve, the Amex Platinum, the Venture X. But here's where it gets interesting. Citi is claiming you could get $1,500 in value from benefits and credits alone. That's a bold statement. And throughout this video, we're going to break down whether that claim holds up or if it's just marketing fluff. Why is this important? Because when you're paying close to $600 just to hold onto a piece of metal, you're expecting some serious value in return. You want premium travel perks, competitive earning rates, and benefits that genuinely make your life easier. So as we go deeper into this review, think about how the Strata Elite stacks up against its rivals and whether it earns a spot in your rotation. Like most premium cards, Citi is dangling a hefty sign-up bonus to get your attention. Spend $4,000 in the first 3 months and you'll get 80,000 Citi thank you points. Now, Citi's points are genuinely valued around 1 cent each if you're cashing out, but when used strategically, like transferring them to airline partners, you could be looking at closer to 1.5 cents or even 2 cents per point. That means this bonus alone could be worth upwards of $1,200 or more towards travel if you know how to redeem them properly. To put that into perspective, the Chase Sapphire Reserve usually offers 60,000 points as a welcome bonus. The Venture X typically offers 75,000. So Citi is coming out strong here with an extra 5,000 to 20,000 points compared to competitors, giving you a little bit more to work with right out of the gate. But of course, bonuses are one-time offers. What really matters for a long-term keeper card is the ongoing earning structure and benefits, which is where things get interesting. One of the most eye-popping features of the Citi Strata Elite is its portal earning rates. When you book hotels, car rentals, and attractions through cititravel.com, you earn 12 points per dollar. 12. To give you context, the Capital One Venture X gives you 10x on hotels and rental cars through its portal. Chase Sapphire Reserve gives you 10x on hotels and only 8x on flights. And Amex Platinum caps out at 5x for hotels booked through Amex Travel. If you're a hefty traveler who books hotels through portals anyway, whether for deals or to stack rewards, this multiplier is huge. Spending $1,000 on hotels would net you 12,000 Citi points, potentially worth $180 to $240 if transferred to partners. That's pretty industry leading, and for anyone looking to rack up points quickly, this portal bonus alone could really help justify using the card over Chase or Amex. Now, it's not all upside. Remember, booking through portals often means you're sacrificing elite status benefits with hotels. So if you're a loyal Marriott or Hyatt traveler who values upgrades and free breakfast, you might not always love using Citi's portal. But for independent hotels or trips where elite perks aren't a priority, the math is hard to beat. You also do want to compare prices between Citi and booking directly because you might be paying more just to earn points through the Citi travel portal. On the other hand, flights booked through cititravel.com earn 6 points per dollar. That's good, but not market leading. Amex Platinum gives you 5x on flights booked directly with airlines. Capital One Venture X gives you 5x through their portal, and Chase Sapphire Reserve can go as high as 8x through their portal. So Citi's 6x is competitive, but not dominant. Still, it's worth noting that unlike American Express, which doesn't reward portal bookings as heavily, Citi is incentivizing you to stay inside their ecosystem for maximum points. That's a trend we're seeing across all issuers. Each one wants you to book through their platform to capture more of your travel spend. But here's where Citi gets creative. The Citi Strata Strata Elite gives you 6 points per dollar spent at restaurants during City Nights, which runs from Friday 6 p.m. to Saturday 6 a.m. Eastern Time, and again Saturday 6 p.m. to Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Essentially, your late night dinners and weekend dining sessions can earn you double what you'd normally get. This is quirky and frankly kind of cool. Think about it. Most people go out to eat on Friday and Saturday night anyway, so Citi is rewarding you exactly when you're likely to spend. The time zone twist kind of makes it more interesting. For someone on Eastern Time, City Nights run from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Central Time gets 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Pacific Time is 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And in Hawaii, you're looking at a noon to midnight window. If I were still living in Hawaii, I would basically be getting an all afternoon and all evening multiplier. This reward multiplier can get confusing in real life or in practical use, which makes it similar to built rent day promotions, where it's valuable if you remember to time it right, but it's annoying if you forget. Outside of those City Nights windows, restaurants still earn 3x points, which is on par with the Sapphire Reserve and better than the Amex Platinum or Venture X for dining. That said, many people already have a dedicated dining card that earns 4x or more, so this benefit might not be a game changer unless you want Citi points specifically. Here's something worth noting: the Strata Elite gives you 1.5 points on all other purchases. This doesn't sound huge, but think about it. Most Chase and Amex cards earn only 1x on these non-category spending, although the Venture X does offer 2x. At face value, this puts Citi slightly ahead of Chase and American Express, but still lagging behind Capital One. So who benefits from this? If you're someone who's really into building Citi thank you points for transfers, especially if you're trying to collect American Airlines miles, which Citi partners with, this becomes a solid catch-all card. You won't earn as much as a 2x card like the Venture X, but you'll keep your points in the Citi ecosystem for bigger redemptions. Oddly, Citi did not include a general travel category multiplier for direct bookings or those random travel expenses. That's likely because they want you using their travel portal. For flights booked directly with an airline or hotels booked outside of cititravel.com, you're stuck earning just 1.5x points. That's where Chase and Amex still have the edge. They reward direct bookings more generously, making them more flexible if you don't want to be locked into a portal. Or you just have to pair this card with the Citi Strata Premier. One of the core perks of the Citi Strata Elite is its hotel credit. Each calendar year, you could get up to $300 off a hotel stay of at least 2 nights booked through cititravel.com. The good news is that this credit is simple to use. You don't have to break it up into separate stays. There are no quarterly limitations, and you could apply it in one go for one stay when you book your annual getaway. Unlike the Amex Platinum or Chase Sapphire Reserve, Citi's hotel credit isn't limited to high-end properties. You could use the $300 at any hotel in their system, from a boutique resorts in Miami to a simple city center Marriott. That flexibility is great. But let's be honest, there's a trade-off. Because you're booking through Citi's portal instead of booking directly with a hotel, you likely won't earn loyalty points or elite nights or enjoy elite benefits like room upgrades, free breakfast, or late checkout if you have hotel status. Citi tries to soften that by offering its own exclusive hotel collection. Book one of these high-end properties and you'll get on-property perks like daily breakfast for 2, complimentary Wi-Fi, a $100 experience credits, and other potential upgrades and amenities when available. It's very similar to what already Capital One, Chase, and American Express offer. That's a nice touch and definitely bridges the gap a little bit, but it's not the same as booking direct with that hotel's own loyalty program. Compared to competitors, this credit feels a little restrictive. Venture X gives you a $300 credit each year too, but it's not limited to hotels. You could use it on flights, car rentals, or single night stays. With Citi, you're locked into at least 2 nights in a hotel. The only real question is whether you're paying more by booking through Citi's portal. Sometimes portal rates are identical to what you'd find elsewhere, but other times they're inflated. So if you're price conscious, you'll need to compare before you book. Overall, it's a credit you should be able to use every year without much trouble, but it's hard to value it at a full $300 because the limitations on elite benefits and potential price discrepancies discrepancies. Now this next one is actually pretty exciting. Citi calls it the splurge credits, and it's up to $200 per year in statement credits when you spend with up to 2 select merchants: First Dibs, American Airlines, Best Buy, Future Personal Training, or Live Nation. This is probably the best credit on the card because it feels like real usable value. If you fly American Airlines even once a year, you could use it towards airfare. If you're someone who shops at Best Buy for electronics or grabs concert tickets through Ticketmaster or Live Nation, that's basically free money. The flexibility here makes this a near cash equivalent credit for a lot of people. What's also nice is you could change your merchant selection anytime. If you set it to American Airlines today, any eligible purchases you make with American Airlines immediately starts counting. Later on, if you want to switch one of your slots to Best Buy for a big electronics purchase, you can do that too. That's because you can only select up to 2 of those merchants at one time. For many cardholders, this is the easiest $200 to redeem on the Strata Elite. It's straightforward and applies to brands people already spend money on, which is exactly how a good premium card credit should feel. Citi is also giving you up to $200 in credits for Black Lane, a premium global chauffeur service. Sounds fancy, right? It kind of is. Black Lane is like a luxury Uber Black upgrade. You're getting picked up in a Mercedes by a driver in a suit, complete with bottled water, Wi-Fi, and phone chargers. They'll even wait up to 60 minutes for you, which is a step up from Uber's tight 5-minute window. But here's the reality: Black Lane isn't cheap. I took a look at a ride to LAX from near my house, which cost about $55 in Uber Black and over $120 with Black Lane. Rides usually cost twice as much as Uber Black, meaning this $200 credit won't stretch very far. And on top of that, this credit is split up into 2 $100 chunks, one for the first half of the year and one for the second, which makes it harder to use for a single big ride. For people who already use Black Lane or want a fancy airport transfer once in a while, it's a nice perk. For everyone else, this feels more like a niche novelty than real value. No premium travel credit card would be complete without lounge access, and Citi delivers with a Priority Pass Select membership valued at $469, which always cracks me up when credit card companies say this. I don't think anyone in their right mind values their Priority Pass membership at $469. But just like with every other Priority Pass membership from most credit cards, this one gets you into one of the 1,000 lounges worldwide, though it's important to note that this does not include Priority Pass restaurants. On top of that, Citi gives you 4 annual passes to American Airlines Admirals Club. This is where things get really specific or restricted. To use these passes, you must be flying American Airlines, a One World carrier, or Alaska Airlines that day. Each pass is valid for 24 hours though, so you could potentially hop into multiple Admirals clubs in one travel day. Although here's a cool twist: you could use all 4 passes at once to bring up to 3 guests with you into the lounge. That's perfect if you're traveling with friends or family, but for frequent flyers, 4 passes might feel limited. It's not unlimited access like you'd get with a co-branded American Airlines executive card. Still though, this is a nice bonus for occasional American Airlines travelers and adds some unique value that Chase, Amex, and even Capital One don't offer. Although to be fair, those cards have their own branded airport lounges. And while hotel and splurge credits might get the spotlight, Citi didn't forget about one of the most practical travel perks out there, which is every 4 years, you'll get up to $120 to cover your global entry or TSA PreCheck application fee. This isn't unique to Citi, it's become standard for premium travel cards, but it's still valuable. If you already have either service, you could always use this credit to gift enrollment to a friend or family member, which is a nice way to not let it go to waste. Outside of those big perks, Citi also tossed in a few smaller features that don't really move the needle, but are there if you need them. If you're banking with Citi at the Citi Gold private client level, which means you're keeping at least $200,000 every month in your Citi bank or investment accounts, there's a little bit of a built-in discount on the annual fee. In your first year with the card, Citi will completely wipe out the $595 fee with a statement credit. After that, you'll continue to get $145 back each year as long as you maintain that Gold private client status. It is nice if you're someone that already qualifies. But if you're someone with $200,000 sitting with Citi, saving $145 on a credit card probably isn't exactly life-changing and probably won't force you or make you get this card. The Citi Strata Elite also comes with your standard travel and shopping protections: trip delay and cancellation coverage, lost or damaged luggage insurance, rental car protection, extended warranties, and purchase insurance. These are the typical safety nets that you expect at this card level. And finally, there's a quirky lifestyle perk. You'll get complimentary access to Death & Co.'s online cocktail platform. It's a fun little extra thing if you're into mixology, but definitely more of a novelty than a benefit that's going to influence whether you keep this card long term. Since we've covered all those perks, credits, and even those smaller filler features, let's talk about the real reason most people would even consider getting the Strata Elite in the first place. And that's what you could actually do with the Citi points you earn. Of course, you could use points to book travel through the portal, redeem for cash back, use it for shopping through portals, gift cards, and so on. But let's be honest, the headline news with this card launch is that Citi now has exclusive transfer access to American Airlines. That's massive. Until now, if you wanted to transfer credit card points to American Airlines, you were stuck with Bilt or relying on Marriott's weaker transfer ratio. With this change, you can now take points from other Citi cards like the Strata Premier or even the Custom Cash and funnel them all into American Airlines miles. This completely shifts the value of the Citi ecosystem. If you're an American Airlines flyer or you like redeeming for One World Partner Awards, you can now build a full Citi trifecta strategy. You'll earn on lower tier Citi cards, transfer to your Strata Elites or Premier, and then send those points straight to American Airlines. That's the kind of flexibility that you can unlock serious flight redemptions, especially for premium cabin international travel. So stepping back and looking at the big picture, this card isn't bad. The splurge credit is the easiest win on the benefits side. The hotel credit is solid but limited, and the black lane credit is a miss for most people. Admirals Club passes are nice if you fly American Airlines, and of course you've got the usual priority pass and global entry perks. But if you're looking strictly for positive value straight from the benefits and credits, it's not a slam dunk. What makes this card truly interesting is what it does for the Citi ecosystem as a whole. With American Airlines as a transfer partner, this isn't just another premium travel card. It's a strategic play for people who want to rack up American Airline miles efficiently. If you're that traveler, if you're booking American Airline flights often, or if you're planning big award redemptions with American Airlines and its partners, the Strata Elite starts making a lot more sense. And if you found this breakdown helpful and you're trying to figure out how the Strata Elite might fit into your overall wallet setup, I actually made a full video on my 2025 credit card strategy. In that video, I talk about the big changes coming this year, which cards I'm keeping, which ones I'm canceling, and how I'm setting up my wallet to get maximum points and travel perks. Check that video out here. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Shoots.